Shenzhen, China. Today we are heading to Hong Kong, which means we need to go across the border between China and Hong Kong. So we figured we'd show you what the border crossing is like at Shenzhen Bay, which is one of the more popular border crossings in Shenzhen. There's a handful of border crossings. This one's one of the more popular ones and the closest and most convenient for us. So we're going to take a bus up there and we'll show you the craziness that is Shenzhen Bay and how to get there and what to do and how to get a bus to head into central Hong Kong. So bags are packed and we're ready to go.
There are pros and cons to all the different border crossings in Shenzhen to Hong Kong, but one of this particular border crossing is not particularly well connected by metro, so we always take a bus or a taxi.
Buses in Shenzhen are super cheap as well. So from here, we're in Shekou, near SeaWorld, and so it's about like a 30-minute bus ride, and it's like 2 kwai, which is pretty cheap. A taxi is like 25 kwai-ish, and maybe 5 or 10 minutes faster depending on traffic. And an interesting note, Shenzhen, all the buses are electric, and there are more electric buses in Shenzhen than in all of North America. Fun fact. Alright, so we're now here. It's obviously a little bit crazy. We got our tickets, about 45 kwai each to go to Central or Shuangwan in Hong Kong Island. There's 2 sides of Shenzhen Bay. The other side is where all the buses leave from here to go somewhere else in mainland China. This area is to Hong Kong and takes us into the immigration area, which we won't be able to film at because that would be very uncouth. And over here, these are all the vans that, if you're going to the Hong Kong airport, it's a separate process, a separate ticket. Don't cross the border on foot. You go through these vans, they throw you in a minivan, and you drive across and go through the border crossings through the gates on the other side. But since we're going to Hong Kong Island, we're going to walk in.
All the way through. Now we are officially in Hong Kong. Behind me are the rows of buses that you take into the city, and we will go find out which bus is going to the neighborhood that we want to go to. So we have somebody to ask, and we'll do that now. 1 hour ago we left our house. That's how long that took.
Alright, so we are now back in Shenzhen from a night in Hong Kong, which was a lot of fun. I did want to mention a few kind of quick notes about the border crossing. We did mention about taking a taxi to Shenzhen Bay. Good thing to note is that when you are taking a taxi, make sure to use the Chinese word for Shenzhen Bay checkpoint, which is Shenzhen Wan Koan. Why that's important is that Shenzhen Bay in Chinese, which is spelled B-E-I but pronounced the same way, means Shenzhen North, and that is the name of the main high-speed train terminal in Shenzhen. Most taxi drivers don't speak any English, so if you just got into a taxi and said Shenzhen Bay, he might mistakenly think that you mean the train station and not Shenzhen Bay checkpoint. So just make sure to say Shenzhen Wan Koan. And secondly would be, for people who are going to be using this a lot, is to make sure to sign up for the e-channel. The e-channel for China is super simple to sign up for. There's an office right in Shenzhen Bay. Just before you get to the immigration line on the left-hand side, there's a small little office. It takes less than 5 minutes to sign up. And that way you can basically just scan your passport, and you don't need to talk to anyone, fill out any immigration forms, or get a stamp. You're right through, and it's super, super fast. And there is a e-channel as well available for the Hong Kong side of things. A little more complicated, a little harder to qualify for. You cannot sign up at Shenzhen Bay for it. You can only sign up at the airport. And the one major qualification for the Hong Kong version is you need basically 3 round-trip journeys to and from Hong Kong within a 12-month period. So entering and exiting the border into Hong Kong at Shenzhen Bay does not count. It's only in and out of the airport, so it's a little more challenging, but you can sign up at the airport if you do qualify. The good news is that when you're coming back into Shenzhen Bay from Hong Kong, the Hong Kong immigration line has what they call a smart departure, which is basically just an e-channel, and anyone that has a biometric little pass on their passport qualifies for it. You do not need to sign up for it or anything. And you basically just scan your passport and go right through. So for us coming back to Shenzhen from Hong Kong saves us about 10 minutes or so, because we can basically scan our passport through Hong Kong into China without having to fill out any paperwork, talk to any immigration officer, or get any stamps on our passport, and it's super fast and efficient. Alright, so that is a wrap on this video. We'll have more stuff coming for you soon. And until then, we'll see you.